Hello and welcome. So, we are back again. House of the Dead. Alice yearns and I shall answer it. This time with axe in hand, I think. Now, this might be a long one, folks, so hopefully you've grabbed some snacks and settled down. If you're watching this on the VOD or live, very much appreciate your time here. Now then, with all being said, that's far too curious. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Right. Now, I'm quite aware this is nowhere near enough to actually get us through the front door. We're just going to get into it. Where's the progress? Party? Yes, we will. Yes, we'll run to the loan. All one, thank you. Oh, have we not got the portrait right? Ah, I'll have to fix that. That's not good. Oh, where's my chest? There we are. Under a flight. Wonderful. Oh, well, look at that. Our first guest. Or rather, our first greeter, I suppose. But if I was looking at what classes would be good for this, Red Mage, Machinist, and I believe Reaper was recommended, from what I've seen. I can understand why for the other two, to be fair. Was trying as a Machinist, but wanted to go as a Warrior, because I feel like I can maybe work that better. Or at least I can get through a certain amount of the actual mechanics. And sort of just figure them out as I go. Being as the tank, it's a little more forgiving. You know, it's level 15 when I'll have the actual... Good thing is I have that natural damage resistance as a tank. Oh, pity. We're trying to get these up as much as possible. I'm trying to get those pot shards too. The sustain potions I hear are quite good. I have a good amount of potions on me, so... Oh, there we go. Food is something I'm lacking, but I'm trying to be careful how much GP I spend. It's, well, gil, sorry, I spend in. It's there. I've not got a lot of gil at the moment. Buying fancy stuff. Like an axe that you can't actually see in this mode, which is always hilarious. After a certain point, I think after floor 100s when you unlock the red weapons. That'd be nice to get to, but I'll settle for getting to floor 50 honestly at this point. If I can get to floor 50, that will be amazing. Safety, always useful, though I remember a tip, that being, don't try your luck on the edge, in the middle of the room, around the edge. Although, like in this case, you just lay into this guy. Of course, early level's going to be a little, well, I won't say slow, but we aren't going to be rushing through as much this time. Of course, there's links to Discord. Just above that link should be perpetual, so feel free to use it whenever you like. Oh shit. That's my bad there. Move that. Okay, well, he hasted himself just as he died, so a pity for him. Who's up here then? Alright, use that. Keyboard feels a bit far away. Just drag it closer. Oh. There we go. Me clicking at everybody's screens there. Apologies. Right. Oh, you're kidding me. Another enfeebling trap right there. Those guys just spawn them. Makes you wonder. Where's my seat? But okay, one way out. Move chests. Fine by me. Let's just. Oh, was it hearted? Oh, no, ignore it. It's fine. Whatever it is, oh, it's not an issue. Now, what's I saying? Mother. Okay. Yeah. So gonna use slow to counteract your haste. Yep, get fucked. Now, if there was a healer around, I could have that removed, but as I'm doing a solo, that ain't enough. Hey. I'm doing this the hard way. Berserk, yeah. Didn't really help me with when I had a bounced in effect, but why are so many of those things? So many enfeebling traps, what the hell? Not yet. We're not going out there just yet. I realised I'm going stupid actually when I was making this Discord link. And that's me being an idiot, clearly. Yeah, you can actually set them to be perpetual. Imagine that, eh? You know, oh, you're taking the piss now, aren't you? Holy shit! Oh my, this is my luck. This run, this is gonna be a rough run. This is going to be a rough one if that's my luck. These continuously being piled on me. On the early floor, it's not terrible, but on the late floor, that could be the death of me. By could, I mean it definitely will be the death of me if I try that shit. I recall our passage portal is just here. Oh, just look at that. Something in the way. More potions, I'll take that. Damn well we'll need them soon. Although hopefully not as quickly with Warrior. Leave that. Oh, steel. Okay, good. We'll load up in steel. Strength will be ideal now. If we can get some of those, that'll be nice. Yes. Excellent. Get everything we need. Oh. Plus. That would have been good if it had actually given me that. Oh my god, again? I think that's the third or fourth one now. That's my luck apparently today. Hopefully my audio's coming through clearly, by the way. Let me have to sound a bit... shall we say, jank. Hopefully I don't, but... One thing I realised doing this is talk very quickly sometimes, which could be a bit of an issue if you're trying to keep up with what I'm saying. So I'm going to do my best to slow my speech, but hopefully I'll be reasonably understandable. And are you kidding me? We get all these silver chests at this stage, and that's great and all. Until you remember, It's not gonna give a shit. Might as well fuck up the bat. For level 11 by floor 4. Okay, we're going pretty strong. The axe throw will be useful later, so we can actually make enemies come to us. And we can hopefully use the power of just Unga Bunga that the warrior has. Those of you less familiar, the warrior is, well, let's just say rather good at not dying for reasons. Mostly because warrior is chunk. Paladin has self-heal and more magical shenanigans. Warrior just simply is. So, as I mentioned earlier, traps tend to spawn towards the middle of the room, so I'm going to try my best to stay on the outskirts of the room. Now, as a warrior, I kind of have to hit things in melee combat, which obviously makes that part a bit difficult, but we're going to try it regardless. Try is the words he used. Passage may be able to glow, however, we don't want it yet. No, we're going to clear out the entire floor first. Then we're going to go. I was hoping you'd aggro on this, to be totally honest. Lust. Good. Now, interject. Control X. Gonna need that later if we encounter a mimic. Let's say, what's your aggro range? This room should be safe considering it's the spawn room, but later floors I wouldn't count on that in the slightest. And certain passives stick between floors. So we have that pacification one again, for example, that will stick. So we try and get rid of it before we leave, if possible. Sadly, I don't think there's a commander of Insuna or something. Otherwise, I'll be that like mad. Alright, we are load up on these. These are going to carry us. These are useful too. But wait a little bit, pop that one. And that's why we went to go around this edge of the room, turns out. That's why. Because that could happen. You said that would happen. You know what happened? For the 5th time in a row, I think. Or was it 4th? One or the other. Oh, God. This is going to be one of those days. I can feel it in my bones. Bullets. Thankfully, it wore off as I actually got some enemies. Come here, Gobbo. Come here. Since you're so lost, we're gonna just help you find the right edge of my axe. And we do have a commander of safety, but I'm not going to use it. If I can help. But you apply poison to me, you bastard. I'd hope then. I think it should be after floor 30. I think we should start getting those again. I think it's floor 30. Now, once we hit 60, we're gonna essentially just beeline the exit as fast as we can, killing only what we need. But until we hit 60, a bit of grinding's not gonna hurt. The only thing I have to watch for as warrior on the later floors is time might be an issue for me. Which wouldn't be the case on the machinist or red mage. Although red mage could run the risk a little bit. So obviously, as you'll see here, there is a timer, so it is not unlikely that we would get ourselves in a bit of a pickle on the later floors. Hopefully, though, won't be an issue. And you see the other problem. Silver chests have a chance to explode. And they don't deal a little bit of health, they deal like a substantial amount of health. So they aren't always as good as you think. You see one? Now we're going to wait for some of these to go before I even attempt to open this chest. 2, 1. Pop this. Okay, we're fine. But the ramp up honestly felt necessary. He's gone. And no one else over here. Fine. Let's move on then. We'll fire off a steel. We're going to get one back anyway. And the health booster here. Nice. I was kind of hoping not to find this right here, to be totally honest. Yeah, that's undodgeable, which is pain. I guess it is in a sense. Yeah, I guess if I made him run, if I make them move, that does stop them. Hornet. Like a word. Bring in the hippogriff. bringing you. Strange daddy long legs looking creature. Oh, there's a path there as well, is there? Okay. Another commander in sight. Well, if I keep to the strat, now I have teleport. I shouldn't be able. Well, I shouldn't have as much of a problem with traps. But we'll see. Come here, buddy. I have a question I'd like to... No, I'm not even going to resort to that. No, we can't descend into I have a question I'd like to ask you questions, because I swear. If we start descending into that, we've truly lost all reason and sanity. I don't think I've quite spent that much time in Limsa just yet. If anything, I like to spend as little time as possible. Mostly because I have other things to do, but also because I'm not a degen. Right, strength one. We are fully loaded and almost level 20, which is good. I seem to remember seeing that you could do this as a blue mage, and I can only imagine that being either very hard or actually weirdly easy, depending on how you do it. But I could be mistaken. If a blue mage can't do this, I mean, that'd make a lot of sense. They are potentially grotesquely broken. Because at level 1 they have access to everything, technically, because their stuff isn't gained by level, it's gained by where you find it. Though you make an argument, there's some level requirements. Eventually be able to solo much of everything, I'd have thought. I think they're going to push them... They're at level 80 now, blue mages, or they can get to level 80. So... that lets them do... quite a bit, actually, solo. Even if you're struggling, once you get to level 80 as a blue mage, you're laughing then. Have a friend to power level you, and yeah, you can get to 70, 80 quite easily, I reckon. I do wonder what's the best way to level them once you hit those higher levels. Because they don't really get XP the same way. It's combat does it for them a lot more. The only issue of solo leveling a blue mage is it takes a bloody long time. I've got mine to 50. Which was an ordeal in itself, but I got there. Not one of these, because this is literally giving me one. It's going to be kind enough to give me one, I might as well make use of it. Okay, next floor should be the boss. Big bug dragon boy. There you are. Looks all imposing and mean, but really isn't. No, you can't interject his big attack. The big map-wide one, we just got. But I do have all the tank damage in it, which should be enough. Person 3, I don't have that one yet. Just to be safe. Person 2 later, I think. There we go. And yep, that's 10 floors in that time frame. And yep, you've got to do that each time. That will not be easy on later floors. And we do get some money and timestamps out of this, which is always nice. Not a huge amount, but every little helps. We got 5 this week. Now, that being said, let's go to the next floor, shall we? We have more monsters to say hello to. And more floors to Unga Bunga through. I'm pretty sure I had a chance then to update my pod rate, but whatever. I'll do that at some point. Or I'll keep forgetting and then do it when I get annoyed at it. Probably. It's more likely the case. We are still capped here. But I think it'll be alright. There we go. Arms at 18. You get the armor up there. Just mitigation would be nice. Taking those pot shards. Oh shit. Now, a horrifying fact I discovered. Some of you may already know this. If you encounter a Cobra and you're in Toad form, they can one-shot you. It's horrifying. And your best bet at that point is fully to run. Ah, I'm not quite going to shake it off. Raw intuition's possible, but later. Of course, home gang vengeance will be useful. We'll actually get those. Let's remember we stop at 60. And because of that, we don't get some of the most ludicrous abilities. Like the endgame combo of how warriors are broken. But this will become... Get the name of it now? And that annoys the hell out of me. Is there nothing in here? Really? Well, that's a bit of a shame. Got my own rule. Got my own rule. Well, at least the Palace likes to remind me I made myself that rule and then broke it. Blinded. Oh, thank you. The Palace's many gift. Affluencer. These guys are roaming enemies that don't stick from their own rule. There's a couple of enemies like that. Some of them are peculiarly nasty. Though the puddings only react on proximity. They will not react. Thank you. They will not react on sight or sound. Some enemies do react on sound. I know in some regions, I believe undead enemies specifically, will always aggro you if you're low health. At the very least, I feel like I'm a lot stronger overall. Which should be the case of Warrior. The only thing that's screwing me a little is the traps, but they're going to. I think they always do 80% of health. I don't know if mitigation helps at all with that. He's gonna aggro on me now. Intuition. Now, I do not intend to get through this in one sitting. In fact, I really would rather not. As I'm quite aware, it is a long process, and that's fine. That's fine. It takes as long as it needs to take, which I feel like has been my motto for everything I've been doing recently. It takes as long as it needs to take. Patience has been a valuable tool to me. I've ranted about this the other day, but I have found that the more patient I've been, the more rewarded I have eventually been. That's not a guarantee, of course, but the way I see it is, good things have come to me after a while. I've not been someone who's instantly found success and instantly gotten everything they wanted and more. That's just not how my life's been. A lot of people don't have that. That's fine. It's absolutely fine. When it comes to a lot of things in my life, the best things have come over time. Are there days where I think, God, I just want these things to just happen to me sooner? Yes, absolutely. Of course I have. Yeah, when I started streaming, I knew. I was inviting myself into something that was going to take a long time. Had no guarantee of going anywhere, and I don't even know if I'm that entertaining. That's fine. If people like watching these, great. If not, then as long as I'm having fun, that's really all that matters, I think. I just need to make sure I verbalise my internal thoughts that I would normally keep to myself, and speaking to a microphone like a crazy person instead. Please don't blow up on me. I was hoping you were going to do something more fun than that, but hey, you didn't blow up at least. Berserk. Berserk. That's a fun series. I do enjoy me a good bit of Berserk. Not off the faint of heart, but with all series, but I wouldn't say it's as... Oh, actually no, it definitely starts off being bloody edgy. I mean, first page of the first bloody manga, you know what you're getting into. But to be honest, at the same time, you know what you're getting into. So it's not like you're not going to be surprised by the rest of what comes to it. that's you welcoming to it, you know? Just wish it get a good animated series. I mean, it's had a good couple movies for the Golden Age arc, but it'd be nice if the rest of it actually had something decent. Well, we've not actually killed enough, apparently. I'm surprised. You'd have thought we would have. Considering there's not many places for any creatures to really run. There we go. Though I do see a friend over there, so we're going to go say hello to said friend. There we go. Carnival Passage is activated. Finally. Let's go off floor 13. The boss, I believe, is about level 25, so we're in the clear for level against the boss. Though the sooner we hit 60, the better. Then I can just be more tactical with how I do all this. It won't just be a kill everything on the floor job, it'll be a kill what I need. Ah well. Ah well, hey. Oh, give me 2. Give me 2, damn. As long as we complete the 10 floors, then we'll get to keep that. It's really useful, that. I would love on the cool red weapon to get for doing this, absolutely. But I'm not going to rush it. Having 99 in each is going to take a bit. At least with playing this solo, is it's only me who has to run about queuing up and I have to wait for someone else. That is the kind of advantage of doing it solo. Oh, finally, got 3. So that'll be useful. Which we'll get at 50. You in. Yeah, ironically enough, me playing Warrior very much reminds me of course, Barbarian from Dungeons and Dragons. Though you can wear armor this. But it's been a class we've looked into. For any of you who are familiar with a friend of mine, JD Moss, I've mentioned him before, friend of the channel, and long-time friend of mine in general. He talks about a lot of D&D classes, and there's a player in both my campaign and when a friend of mine runs a campaign, currently running Lancer. There's said Cobra, by the way, I've mentioned him before. Now, he's going to go over various classes, including Barbarian, of course. And I'm in a bit of two minds of it, really. In one hand, I'm kind of the Barbarian, which we know we're talking about it. On one hand, I very much want to go at some point. On the other hand, I do feel they're just, I don't know. I do just feel that they're just not. There's something about them, you know? They just don't have the interesting extra bits that the other classes have. You know, a fighter can do a lot of stuff even out of combat. Add 2 of strength. It'd be great if I didn't already have a strength one. You run out of time. Oh, damn, another strength one. Yeah, speaking of strength, of course. Barbarian, they're kind of one of any classes that need strength. The other classes get with Dex, and it is one of my only major, well, it's one of my only huge complaints with Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. Dex is just so prevalent and needed. It's something that Baldur's Gate definitely does a good job at fixing. Some of those kind of things. Barbarian always requires strength, but they made some of their ability more team-orientated, which is good. But the thing a Barbarian always found, they're always like, well, what's a Barbarian do when they're not fighting? And it's a genuine question. What does a Barbarian do when they're not fighting? You could say training, and you wouldn't be incorrect. They probably are training. I mean, you imagine being that kind of a powerhouse, you gotta hit the gym, or in this case, train relentlessly, I'd expect, to really hone your craft and hone your combat prowess. But from a role-playing standpoint, that's not very compelling. And I can tell you as a DM, I'd like to hope people have more creative ideas of what they're doing. Obviously it's fine if that's what your character's doing, but I think, what if they're doing something more interesting? Fighter, you obviously got a lot of options of the feats of them, but for example the Samurai Fighter gets bonuses to persuasion from their wisdom. They get wisdom efficiency, saving throws, and they actually gain artisanal tools in the useful of the arts, because the Samurai Fighter is meant to be just as much a connoisseur of the arts as they are warrior. Because they embody that idea of being like a noble fighter, you know. They don't quite fully embrace the samurai aesthetic entirely, though you can see bits from them. What they generally do have, though, is the idea that they're not just a fighter, they're more, part of a court as well. They wouldn't feel out of place amongst sons of nobles. Now, that gives you a lot of options. Of course, you could say that your fighter takes up painting regularly. You might be able to say, okay, well, what are they painting? Is it something of the group, something of a battle, something of, tranquil scene before climatic fight? There are options there. It's not like a lot, but it's a little something you can be doing. And, you could eventually have a whole bit where your character's a little art gallery, pretty much, or a book that they've written. The Barbarian base, at least, isn't really going to be doing that, is it? Now, obviously, you can fluff it up as much as you want, and that's fine. And I encourage anyone to be creative with these kind of things. Don't just stick with what the game will say. But just base rules, a lot of people, you might be surprised to know, don't like to go outside of the base rules. A lot of people actually like to stick to what the rules say and not make their own stuff. I'm admittedly someone who is obsessively making my own things. Fortune one for me, please. Now. I was like, yeah. So, I was saying with the fighter, and obviously got the rogue. The rogue's the best one, of course. Out of all martials, the rogue has the most they can do, utility-wise. Paladins even, there's a bit of, depending on how you want to play them, they're either a bit of a holy knight, or if they're not a holy knight, they're someone who's very duty bound and has things I've been doing. Be it charity for people, be it getting out of the face due to the charisma requirement. The way out is up there, I suspect. Or it's even like the Ranger. Now, I admit with the Ranger, they're a funny one, they are. They're a real case of the designers had one idea how D&D be played, and the players had another. Now, I'm not sure how many of you listening to this play TTRPGs, but would you say many of you do a lot of exploration? Don't worry if you don't, it's perfect. Most people don't, actually. A lot of people maybe don't even go into a dungeon, per se. In the traditional sense. I know for a lot of my campaigns I run, it's not really the typical kind of dungeoning experience, really. Hell, my very first campaign, which I spoke about a little bit ago in a video, but I'll talk again here, was a intrigue campaign. Now, I'll be fully honest with you, I do not recommend that as your first campaign. On a serious, serious note. I do not recommend your very first campaign you ever do. This is an intrigue campaign, unless you're hyper serious on it, and I'll be clear, if you can pull it off, go for it. Do not let me stop you. Do not let me stop you in the slightest, because a intrigue campaign done correctly, and with people who are invested in it, that's a lot of fun. A lot of fun for you, and there are players who'd be into that kind of thing. It lets them really sit down and go, okay, who's this person? Who do they work for? What's their angle? And if you build like a dossier for every single character that's important, and even a little note for people who aren't important, I think gives you loads of things to use in that campaign, and a bit of information your players discover. And that's the thing as well, you have to kind of change what they gain from things, because it might not be loot and treasure, but information, and they kind of have to understand information in this kind of campaign much more valuable to you. Much, much more valuable. Reason being, of course, in an intrigue type setting, Game of Thrones-esque setting, where shit. Where someone, their whole thing is, okay, well, what's their angle? Okay, hopefully I get my bullets back around. There we go. Sorry, it's just... Oh! Shit. I'm not able to keep that. Oh, that's annoying. That's a bit embarrassing. Do I have one of these shards at least now? Oh, you get 20 of these per one. That's really good. Yeah, let's reset it back to that again. That's annoying. I thought we were doing quite well then, but never mind. It's fine, we start again. Like I said before, it takes as long as it needs to take. Portrait. Okay, it's fine. So, where was I before? Yeah, so, with an intrigue campaign, nice, you really want to focus on information. You want to focus on things that are less tangible, but have more use to the player overall. So, let's say, for example, you've got a noble baron who's got a dirty secrets. He's got a mistress, let's say, for example. Classic, very cliche, but easy enough to use, everyone understands it. And of course, it'd be a scandal if it came out. Now, of course, if your party, let's say, wants to have something over him, have something they can pull him by, then hey, there you go. But he's going to have that information carded, and you kind of have to debate as well, how would he react to this? It's a serious question. If you were in his position, how would you react? A bunch of strangers walk up to you going, hey, we know you've been sleeping around behind your wife's back. And it'd been a scandal for you. How would you deal with that? And a lot of people, also might be skeptical, not even have physical proof. They might be intimidated enough by this group of adventurers to go, okay, I believe you. I think you do have something over me. But not necessarily. They might not take the party seriously. Might just say, yeah, I don't believe you. Why should I? That's a fair point. Why should he believe them? He has no real reason to think the party actually has anything over him. Because if they only have what they've seen, then it's their word against his. Well, what's the word of a bunch of randoms versus a noble? Obviously this could vary from setting to setting, but this is just one example that I'm giving. But that information, evidence of that information, is far more useful to your party than, say, 100 gold. In my current campaign, it's very city-based, actually, so we're all in one city, as opposed to wandering around to different towns and through the countryside. There's a little bit of that, but for the most part, it's been one city where they've essentially been gallivanting around. A few of them with their own goals. Well, mostly one of them with their own goal, to be completely honest with you. But the rest, they've got a bit of a goal. God fucking damn it. They've got a bit of a sort of reason being there. Generally speaking. One of them doesn't, and it's something that I must admit is a bit of a fiddly one. It might be just player just doesn't really want to have much going on with them. It's great and all, but I guess having fun with it, that's fine, but at the same time it is just a little, okay, well everyone else has got something. Do you not want something as well? That'd be melt and invest you into the campaign. Plus, it just gives me an extra plot hook that I can then dig into you guys and go, hey, this is a thing. Because as a DM, the more plot hooks I can use, the better. In fact, not only is it beneficial, it's also It's just frankly helpful in any TTRPG. I mean, D&D is what I've done the most, but I have been looking at Pathfinder recently. And I don't fully understand it, but I'm getting there, and I like the idea of Pathfinder. Actually, to sit down and really read into it if I'm serious about playing it. Or DMing it, rather. There's my other friend who DMs as bit and he probably won't DM it. Which is a shame. There's a lot of characters here that I want to go with, but it's fine. I don't mind trying to DM it. Son of a... Nice. Oh, was he also pacified? That's funny. I actually didn't know it could affect enemies. I'd get rid of these, they're actually kind of funny. I will still which I thought. No, so about my current campaign, wasn't I? Yeah. Yeah, my current campaign, it essentially information is a big aspect, but also money has as well, because at least for one of them, a lot of his plans require a vast amount of wealth, and of course that's not necessarily easy. It's not horrible to come across, but at the same time, I've not made it too easy for him either. A lot of his goals also require influence. For example, there's a member of the nation's royal family over there in that city, sort of the governor, and he's trying to get close to the guy. He essentially wants to be the worm tongue to him. For those of you who Lord of the Rings, hopefully that's everyone listening, but some of you might be that young. I pity you, truly. And also, ow, I feel old. Not even that old. My 20s. But as far as... I guess I should describe it. He wants to be the sly advisor. He wants to be whispering into the prince's ear, telling him sweet nothings and promising him things that are probably somewhat impossible, but that are convincing enough that he'd believe it. And that's essentially his goal. He doesn't want to rule the city. He wants to rule it through the prince, the puppet. Fortunately for him, the prince is already kind of a puppet in some regards anyway. You might say, well, if he's a prince, surely there's a current ruling monarch who wouldn't be too keen about that. Well, who do you think made the prince a puppet? Why is quite easy. The guy's pretty weak. Both due to the fact that he's a wild magic sorcerer who has absolutely no control over his vast magical power, and also just because the guy's a person isn't exactly very strong. He's not exactly a strong leader. Which, of course, makes him essentially very manipulatable by everyone. Which, of course, makes his... Well, thankfully he's not the heir to the throne, but it would make his claim to the throne very difficult for the king to accept. And as it's an elven nation, he's king for a long time. So the last thing he wants is a son who just, frankly, hasn't got the balls. For a better term. But the prince has a number of advisors who essentially keep him on the right path. As far as the king's concerned, anyway. There's also a few noble house influences on him, The prince's wife, in fact, is a prominent member of a noble house. As you can imagine, their marriage was essentially political. Ah, excellent. 20 weapon. Creeper over here. Oh, man. I'm gonna give another crack at the machinist after this run if I don't quite get that far. Because now I have a better understanding. Machinist might actually be the better option. Though I must admit, not having to kite as much is nice. Strength. That's actually one of the goals of the party. Well, one individual in the party, anyway. Oh. Hello, and welcome. Oh. Wait, what? What's it censored there? And the FF... Oh, have I set this to FF11, not 14? Oh, Jesus Christ, I think I have, haven't I? That's really bad. Hold on. Stream information. Oh, I have. What is wrong with me? I fancy 14 online. There we go. Ah, thank you very much for pointing that out to me. What on earth? Right. I'll have to watch for that, because I wouldn't shock me if it's been a few. Ah, thank you, man. Much help. And thank you very much for the follow. Well, that was... Well, that's very enlightening, thank you. Jesus. I'm glad someone mentioned that to me, because I would have never... Well, clearly, my stupidity would never suss that one out. So you're getting confused in the Roman numerals. Which is very funny, because Yeah, I always could. Always could have a look at 11. I've heard interesting things about it, honestly, so maybe one day. If I find time. Put it on the list. My ever-growing list of games to put on stream. We'll go around this way. I am not risking another bloody landmine. Circle around this way, I think. A little bit bad there for him. I imagine he's going to end up for 11. But, hey, yep, I should say the edge stream. But definitely we'll add that. I wasn't aware it was even still going, to be honest. God, I imagine that's confused some people. Looking at categories, and there I am on 11. The embarrassing thing is I grew up with the clock that I always used to look at home, and this still have to this day, being a Roman numeral clock, so you'd think I'd know the difference between 11 and 14. Actually, then again, 14's not on the thing, 'cause it's 1 to 12, but still. I think I'd know which one 11 was. But hey, you live and you learn. At least a kind soul pointed that out to me. Awfully kind of them. What was I saying before? Yes. Oh, shit. I forgot they could do that. Damn hornets. I forgot they could do that final sting. I forgot. God fucking damn it. Oh, Lord. That's just a bit embarrassing. That reminds me. Let me just quickly, while I've got a minute, I'm just going to jump onto my schedule and make absolutely certain. Oh no, mute that. You have to hear me 5 times in a row. 7 files. Yeah. That's been updated. I think I'm on 14 now, technically. Am I 13? Nah. Oh well. Whatever it is. Can I look at my schedule on live? No, of course I can't. Chris dashboard? Can I not edit that? That's annoying. Oh well. That's fine. We'll deal with it later. Where it censored that? I don't know why it would censor that. Ah, we're back to... It's fine. It's fine. Another attempt. So I was going to try it with Machinist, didn't I? Yes, I did. Just... brain not functioning right now. It's fine. We had a good run there. We can do it again. And just steal. Now, I remember when fighting those hornets, it can one-shot you. Which is an absolute bastard of a thing. It's funny, something I just haven't dealt with much, and then they sort of turn up. Now, if I recall, technically speaking, one can survive the Death Sting. It's just on early levels they do so much damage, you ain't surviving that. But you know what, each time we do this, each failure is a learning experience. Each time we fail, there's another time... Well, you know what, we don't really fail now. Each time we don't quite manage to get to the next floor, we still gain something. Learning. And now I'm on the right category, that'll probably help a bit. Sometimes I clearly don't learn too well. was hoping I could edit my schedule on the fly so people would actually see that it's 11, but I guess while I'm live, you're not going to see it, so that's fine. It's on the right bloody category now. I'm glad someone points that out, though, because I don't think nobody saws that. Two enemies down. Rapid succession. Commander of Lust acquired. Ideally, we'll save this for later. What I should probably do, admittedly, is not be such an idiot. But other than not being a complete fool, what I do as well, between streams, is also I should be able to try and get them all these just to go over here with the goal of boosting this up. Because then I'll actually have a better, well, there's a chance, frankly. Must be sprinting more, I think. Save me some time. We're already level 7 again. Pool arm is sadly not as high as it was before. That's the only bit that kind of sucks. Because I was really happy with how high that had gotten before. But it's fine. Oh. I guess I was on 13 before, though. Oh, it's fine. I ain't see we're numbers. Oh, just my luck. It just doesn't. There's a lower chance of me actually getting another one because I'm capped. Don't explode on me, please. Well, I guess you didn't explode on me. I guess they had a little circles in each time with the front of us anyway. Bring off my... I gave my board pattern. Commander of safety again. Okay. Look, I don't know how that's my premise point, but yeah, I was on my current campaign, wasn't I? Before I discovered my stupidity. So, something I've found quite a lot, so just during DMing in general, really. There's a lot of little things that you just really can't plan for. Things the players will do that you just simply... And you'll think to yourself at the time, why didn't I think about that? Why didn't I try that? I'll think about that, and it's going to come up. You're going to have something weird, something strange. Your player's going to have an idea that you didn't conceive of. Because why would you? your position, you kind of look down at sort of every little detail really from this vertical lens, but the players, they're in the thick of it. Things they might come up with on the fly. Anticipate. Now, it's why I don't like to do like full mock battle tests using my players' characters to kind of get something. Some people do, but I personally don't find them all that helpful because what I might do with someone's character isn't how they might play the character. Ooh, another one. Yep, and that's why I say on the very edge. What is that? That's a bomb. Now we know where those are. We can run around with easily. I find that bit with that damn bastard death stone me though. Just for the sake of a PSA, if anything else. That's what I'd like to do actually, speaking of campaigns. I know my current players, a lot of them wouldn't be too keen on the idea, but I'd love to at some point a live stream, a Dragon session, or something like that. I'd love to do that. I'm also... Someone forgot his own rule, didn't they? Yep. So help me, I'll take a fucking compilation of that this week. But I'd also like to maybe do a stream painting something, honestly. I've got a lot of whatever to paint up, so one of these days maybe I'll sit down, make a little hand cam. You can see I've fucked up my damn fingers off and nibbling them out of stress and shit, but more importantly, just kind of a comfy stream of painting. That sounds really nice. I think anyway. Plus it'd be a nice excuse to get my creative juices flowing. So, I do have a look at the Reddit. Particularly the PNG YouTube and YouTube Reddit in particular. I do have a look at those and they give me some ideas. God fucking damn it. I was really happy last time I got to 20. 20, which was so nice. Of sight. Not much point me using it. A little bit. There we go. Yeah, I'd love to do that. I think that would be somewhat interesting. I mean, I'm not saying I'm no Matt Mercer. I'm no Maddie Mercer. I'm not going to say that. I'm this godly DM. But there's no skeletons in my closet either. Unlike some people who've DM'd. There's no fucking skeletons in my closet. My closet is clean and empty. Except for the clothes. This is it. No dust, no skeletons, no bodies. Nothing yikes. No. We'll pop one off. You. I'm not taking any risk with these fuckers. Because I could provoke them, actually. Yeah, that bit where they pause, that's the bit that worries me a lot. They're readying the Death Sting. I feel like I'd probably do 5e if I did that, but then again, you know, Dark Heresy, Warhammer Fantasy. Actually, Warhammer Fantasy 2nd edition would be fun. Even if you don't get the lore, you can fit your stuff into not a very complicated setting. 40k's a bit harder to approach, but I think I could do an alright job. From the DM standpoint, Dark Heresy. Oh, there's that new one. I forget what it's called now, but there's a new one that's like Dark Heresy, but it gets rid of a lot of the annoying bits, like there's a system called Affinity? Aptitudes, that's it. The aptitude system. I really don't like that one too much. And the reason I don't like that one too much is because it very much restricts your builds. You can contort them enough by adding enough aptitudes from the right locations to have a fairly comprehensive everything put together, but I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's not the greatest situation. If you're trying to like build a more odd or off-pipe character, you're missing some of those, you know, particular aptitudes you need. Like, for example, you want to up your willpower? You need Psyker. Where'd you get Psyker from? Well, you have to be a Psyker. I'm not kidding, that's pretty much the only way you get it. You have the Psyker aptitude, and for those who don't know, a Psyker is like a space wizard, I guess that's the way to describe it. Yeah, use psychic powers rather than magic, but it's essentially the magic system. The uninitiated. And without that aptitude, willpower becomes way more expensive as far as XP is concerned to actually up. And of course, excuse me. Of course, with that, you've got a bit of a choice to make really. If you haven't rolled well, or if you use point buy, you might have to invest early into willpower. If you don't, simply put, you're not going to have a lot to work with, and willpower comes up a reasonable amount. As you might imagine, it comes up when anything gets a bit spooky. You know, demonic incursions, terrifying aliens. And there's plenty of those, especially Dark Heresy. Or something as simple as a pinning test, because yes, people will use that heavy machine gun to rip you a new arsehole. Quickly, put this chance to sting me. All that for a moment to steal I can't even take. Oh, I got fortune at least. But yeah, willpower, it's a lot I come up with it. Obviously, the intelligence. If you want to be the skill monkey of the group, you're gonna need intelligence. And there's a lot of skills and talents that use it. Get the risk with you. Okay. I was going to get a bit nervous now, seeing one of those. Now I've been reminded of their lethal potential. I have to go back through my stuff now and time, just make sure it's all set to ff14, not 11. Put the Hornet over there. Please be something nice. Well, wasn't bad. Okay, that's that room clear. Hornets? No. Good. It does not want to give me an up, does it? No. Fine. We should be stacked and now build the boss the next... Well, actually got hold of the floor, so yeah, no, we definitely had the curve. Passes me up that way. I mean, I must admit, wouldn't mind being able to do stuff like a community kind of thing on this, if anything. That'd be nice. Or one thing I did think about actually, don't start together. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Love to do like a community doing stuff server. Just have us all together on one server, or Factorio, honestly, kind of funny. Or something like that. Don't Starve actually, or Factorio, either one of those. Different, slightly different appeals, but honestly, it's kind of nice and one together for that. Satisfactory is an option too. Reminded of that one's existence. Look around, chest, hopefully it's something nice. No, why would it be? Start it popping up. I think we can make it. We just need a little luck. And a bit more skill. I'm getting more strict on my own rule. And making sure those things are murdered on sight. Which I intend to. Like, I'm not even taking the risk. After last time, I'm not even taking the damn risk. Oh, steal. Alright. I'm taking the risk. Next floor's the boss. I'd like to be unimpeded. Might as well pop one here. Good, we're ahead of the curve on that one. Another steel one. It's not want to give me anything other than those two, is it? Since safety is active, there are no more dungeons. Well, there was no more traps in this dungeon. No more dungeons, but what am I even saying? Okay. Oh, another one of you. Why is it more of you? Was it more of you, huh? Damn hornets. That's about right, isn't it? Yep, you get more chests. Downside, you can't use them. Get Ben. Okay. Oh, we're going to active actually. Oh, no. That's why I didn't pop them. No, it's not even doing that, it's still annoying, but it's fine. You have the power of Warrior Unga Bunga, which will get us through basically everything. In Raw Intuition basically just makes us unkillable. Well, that and well, the later on thing, but we don't get that in this one. Sadly, we did not get the 8th ball upgrades, which is a pity. We do get more tomestones though, it's always nice. Oh, we're an hour rod in. I think what I'm going to do real quick is I'm just going to have a quick break just to get myself some water, or just liquid refreshment in general. And then I'll be right back, so please do not go anywhere. I'll be but a moment. Right, and we're back. Now, we'll see how far we get. I must admit, my eye is starting to get strained, actually, which is not the best, so I'm going to try and do at least the next 10 floors, or die. And I might have to cut it off there, just for the sake of my eyes. Alright. Oh, that's a pretty little location. Shame this. Huh? Oh. Don't let him rain. That'll be why. Bit hard to do damage if you're not actually in range of them. It's the land of the pentacular and slimy. You come back here. I didn't give you permission to leave. I must admit, at least if I do plan to have a walk today, it's actually a nice day for once. In, for once, not so rainy Britain. Sort of rarity indeed. Clearly the hemispheres have moved. This is the only explainable reason. Hopefully it's the last enemy, otherwise... Oh. One spawned in. Excuse me. Oh. Sneezes are coming. Great. Just what I wanted. A tickling of my schnoz. Really just up there. Huh? Am I missing? Did my connection just drop then or something, or...? So I feel like I hit him quite a few times there. It just went, no. No, you did not. There we go. That felt better. I didn't see you dodging him a bunch, so I'm assuming there was some latency. Hopefully the stream's alright. Let me just quickly check. Oh. Bitrate's okay. Right. I really shouldn't do that. Would you believe I've not had dual monitor set up at home for a long time? I've only had it for probably the longest I started streaming actually. Got it set up. It wasn't the easiest thing to get set up. It's my me being awkward and also it just being a sort of fiddly position to do it in. I wanted the webcam, which you might ask, well, you don't need a webcam. No, I don't. But when I do, if I do decide to keep doing this, I would like to get into a full-on video model, which would require a camera for tracking, hence the webcam. I don't quite feel like the phone's necessary, because I do not want to spend a loan on an iPhone. But you never know. If I need to get a phone camera for it, the iPhone app I know is the best one. Are you kidding? Come, a little toad. Great. Alright, circle around here. Grab that. I'll beat the shit out of you. of a level for me. Almost the point at Storm's Path, which would be good. Since I'd like to have HP regen or something. Is that enough? Nope. Okay. Alice wants more blood. Alice wants more. Fine by me. We shall give it more. Only problem, it's not that he spawned more. Now it is. Passage now activated. I was going to say, I can't really feed you the murder you require if you're not going to give me the things to murder. Not quite how it works. Yeah, I've got the webcam set up, a little light because I am a little fucking gremlin who sometimes sits in his room pitch black. So, I'll say pitch black. There's dogs looking at it. So, the light will help. It goes on a big old lamp as well, should ever require it. Oh good, look at that. More volunteers. I have to come to you, do I? Unlock that. Oh, we won't get that in pals. Steel coffee one. Oh, should. What was in here? Strength. Okay, well, pop on those. Let's see if we can keep it up. Now, we could pass through straight away. I kind of don't want to, though. I wanna just see what's in here. And also kill this guy. Call it bloodthirsty, but we need more XP. And the extra healing potions, never gonna hurt. Do you actually have some sustaining potions? So I may just swap out which one's the worst. Yeah. The sustaining potion would be nice. It requires a single pot shard to get 20 of them, which is so nice. So you don't get many pot shards. At least not early floors anyway. Or I'm just really unlucky, which is not too unlikely. Thank you for the demonstration, pals. Thank you. Ah. Bastard. Well, I guess it's, when you're born on the 1st, what you get. It's good luck. 1st of April, that is. When you're born on that fateful day of April Fools, you get the utter pleasure of being the fool. Before anyone says it, in case you're thinking about it right now, you're thinking about the many jokes, and as I said before to some people, I've heard them all. Don't worry, I've heard them all. Are you thinking about it? Desperately thinking, ah yes, I'll drop one now. Don't bother. When you can, I guess, I don't think more, but I've heard all of them at this point. They're all as uninspired as they can all get. No stone gaze for me, thank you. security. I'm a steel commander. Fucking steel in this place to make John Steel. That's a reference no one's gonna get. Unless some of you guys watched the Yogscast's Call of Cthulhu Let's Play, not Let's Plays, excuse me, Call of Cthulhu role-playing game series. Get the feeling not many people are going to be watching this who have, but you never know. You never know. I could be saying this now and then someone could watch the VOD and go, yeah, I know that. So, no one who's currently here, with myself. As of speaking, circa 21, 11, 23 of our Lord, you know. Oh, it's in this little room, isn't it? We're no longer capped on ff14 armor, which I expected to come up sooner rather than later. Ah, it's back there. Okay, I was about to say. I can now see all the trap. All the nasty stuff. Which, to be fair, the traps can be used against my enemies. It's just... well... at the cost of my stealth, normally. And if it's the frog trap and it's the room of snakes, yeah, that's not good. How? Good. Because the next floor is definitely going to have some mimics. Mimics in evil box, which you have to either stop them doing using interdiction or something like that. Yes, there's actually a use for interdiction or head graze, which... I must admit, I rarely find the reason to use any of those. Perfect. This is the room. Okay, this on, put on the rage. Money says this is going to be a mimic. Oh no, no. Bet you it's the mimic. No. Oh yeah, of course the lower floors are always the copper chests, aren't they? I do forget. What are you? Purity. Okay. I think all the ones in here that are left are steels. So, no use to me. And I don't remember this last room up here. That could have been a little awkward, but... There we go. Getting into the swing of it now. Figuratively and somewhat literally. Anything useful? Under of Lust. Good. What's new? Under Intuition. God, it feels so relieving to not have to worry about these bloody bombs as much. Oh, Phoenix down. I really don't need those. There we go, floor 15 cleared. I know get capped on 8th pull, so hopefully we get another silver chest. It'll actually be decent. How much we get. As I said before though, I will only go as far as either dying or the next 10. I'm not too keen to go much further at this point in time. Only because... Well, only because my eye is starting to have a look at the screen, so... I've been going on for good like 2 odd hours, so... Not too bad. I mean, 3 was the goal, so... There we go. Full arm. 18. Any release though we can get? Wait, come back here. Come back here, you. Would might remember. It will sure as hell remember my axe. I guess if anything, this guy would have a grudge against me. I am literally wielding an axe. Ironic enough, Warhammer Fantasy earlier, but big thing with actually the tree men in that despise the dwarf because they cut down and burn the forest. Let's go on my site. No any hard stacks. Like that could have been. Up here, so we've got that. Goes toward. Oh, maybe anything too special, I don't think, but. What the hell, this floor. Too many buff against me. And debuff as well. Debuff and debuff for the enemy, which is just. Oh, fuck that. Fuck that. Every sense of the word. Yeah. I'll have a floor where I can just speedrun it. Go in without any hassle. I'm gonna do it every floor, because I can't, but every now and then. Yeah, I feel a little safer. Ain't gonna hurt. God, shit, I fucking hate it. Every time I look at the tunnel ability, I won't lie, there's a small part of it remembers that one Smash song. If you remember it from all the way back then. The Assassin's Creed 3 Tampook. Yep. That old. Christ. It was ages ago now, wasn't it? Oh god. Yeah. Yeah. That was a long time ago. I'm only in my 20s and I feel ancient as fuck talking about that. I feel old enough looking at the first Space Marine game, where you played 140k Space Marine. The sequel to it took 10 years to produce, and it's being produced by a whole different studio because Relic, well, Relic I don't think are doing it, and 2K died. Those who remember 2K, not 2K, sorry. So THQ, 2K's still alive. 2K's still going. GTA's ensuring that's going to keep going for a long time. So 2K, no, THQ, man, come on. Although, considering how they handled Red Dead 2, no one would exactly miss them. They did just fall off, but more XCOM games, guys. Would it hurt? Maybe more of that. Chimera Force was fun, but I would like more XCOM. That's another thing I want to play on the channel, actually. XCOM, Enemy Unknown. Well, I want to do the Enemy Within, just because it gives some more shit we can do. But I really would like to do... Yeah, I'd like to do a bit of that and 2 as well. I think I've got War for the Chosen. If not, I'll... War for the Chosen. If not, I'll have to make sure I've got that. That'll be nice to stream, I think. Just finding the time for it all is the only thing. I don't know. I suppose maybe it's just because I'm newer to it, but I just kind of keep making stuff, to be honest. It's been, I don't know, it's been kind of fun. Just sitting there making content, honestly. Even if no one's watching it. As long as I'm enjoying it, who cares, right? But it is the thing I've been constantly thinking about. Okay, what else can we do? Oh, what in God's name? What? Okay, keep my finger on that, but it's bullshit ability. Fuck your infatuation. You're not doing that. Pop a steal, because I've already got vulnerability. Well, damage down. If I get vulnerability down, that should help me a bit. There's a silver one here. 21. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about now. Let's get the two ahead of ourselves, get hold of the floor. I might pop the safety one down before the boss. Well, on the floor 19, I think. What I'll do here is, well, it's like, we'll go into that room there last, because that's where the weapons is. Obviously not that Total War which I did yesterday, which that was quite a bit of fun. It was quite an easy game to stream, honestly. Steel. Oh, strength. Oh, well, in that case. Oh, they all been sped up. Oh, lovely. Wow. Thankfully, I'm not playing someone who needs to count. So that's the gloom doing that. I'm going to be hitting the truck now. Stepping on anything, because I don't recall which symbol's which again, so I'm not going to take the risk. The luring one wouldn't be bad, honestly, but I don't want to take the risk. This guy. Not letting your bad breath touch me. That is literally every debuff in the game. Oh, what? Nice. Found that without even having the intuition. That was pure luck. You have to stand exactly on the right spot, and the chance of you doing that in an entire set of floors is slim to none. There's another thing to do after stream. Make sure my schedule's set to make damn well sure it's all set to being ff14 and not 11. Very important. Don't want to confuse anybody in the future. I think on the YouTube and everything else side, that shouldn't be an issue. But obviously, Twitch signal kind of matters because I'm live, I want to be in the right category. It does help one get found after all. And well, I don't mind if I'm never like a massive streamer, that's fine. That's not why I do it. But a bit of annoyance would be nice. Just purely for, you know, yeah, I just have some talk to you to know. That's half of it. It sounds absolutely depressing, but I just like someone to talk to. Totally honest. I won't lie. I'm not the most social of people, but the loneliness does sometimes get a bit much. Not been too bad recently, I must admit, but now and then you just get that, oh, sometimes you do just want someone around. Just part of the reason why I stream. Why are they all steel? God damn. Fine, I have 30 minutes, and all I'm gonna do is kill the. We'll get through this floor and then do a boss. That's not an issue. Steel. We're all keeping steel, which is really annoying. Another steel one, god damn it. Oh, the old steel. That's rude. Could've given me armor. Small fry, get over there. Okay. Let's do a 420. Okay. Yeah, how that passive regen one? He's now going to start firing a wreath at me and also summoning hornets. I need to kill immediately. Lust. waste, but... Yo. Right. 420. And now we get to actually keep our rewards very full. Right. After all that, 24s. That's my eyes also pointed in. Gonna exit here. As I said, maybe my eyes starting to get a little bit yikes. So, what we're gonna do, folks, call it here for now. Next time, we'll carry on from floor 20, and hopefully, it'll be alright. But, either way, we'll get there eventually. At least that's what I keep telling myself. Anyway, that being said, thank you very much to everyone who's joined me. Thank you very much to Luridge, Cliffridge, how you say name, I do apologise there, for following me. And thank you to everyone who's going to be watching the VOD, potentially. Hopefully you'll come join me live, but if not, VODs are always there for you. Of course, if you'd like, Discord is available, and I will make sure to actually update my Discord link, as I've now found I can actually make it perpetual. So, let's update that so it's not just 7 days, because obviously you can't join the server if the link's dead. So, I'll fix that, and I'll also fix the category, so next time there shouldn't be an issue. That being said, though, I have been Baron Darkrow Brown. Thank you very much to everyone who's been here, everyone who watched the VOD, and hope you have a nice day. Until next time, start for now.